sit in a way that is comfortable for you to sit. Then align the back of your skull with sacrum and let your arms relax onto your thighs. Activate your feet, spread toes and spread the balls of your feet. And giving yourself a moment or two to notice how your body feels. And focusing on the physical sensations that are coming up for you. Now feel this as you're spreading the toes, the balls of your feet are spreading. Feel the sensations that comes once you begin to activate your feet. Feel the sensations that you feel when you press your sit bones to the floor. And then feel gradually as if you're easing your thigh bones forward away from your hip bones, hip joint. And then feel too what it feels like as you begin to lift your diaphragm and chest, lengthening your side ribs out and up away from your hips. Now as you feel all of these different sensations, feel what it feels like when you begin to relax. Your belly is relaxed, sternum is relaxed. Relax your forehead and relax your jaw. And you may notice at this time, different parts of you, the sensations are more intense. The sensations are bigger in different places in your body. So notice what you feel and where you're feeling this. So keeping this as the intent today, to feel the sensations that moves in your body. Now breathe in. As you breathe, spread your ribs out towards the side. And as you exhale, pull your belly in. Feel the contraction in your diaphragm, contraction as your lungs contract, as you exhale completely. And then breathe in, spread your ribs. And then exhale. This time as you press down into your sit bone, inhale, feel as if you're sending the thighs out. So you're moving the thigh bone away from hip joint. And as you breathe out, allow your knees and thighs to relax. Breathe into lower back as you're lengthening ribs up away from waist. And exhale as you release. Open your eyes. Knee pal is your next pose. So bring your left leg over your right. You're bringing your right heel towards your left sit bone and your left heel towards your right hip. And if that's a difficult reach for you today, then straighten your right leg and do half knee pal instead. Pull the first two fingers down of your right hand and use your thumb to block your right nostril. Now inhale through the left nostril for as long as you can. Once you've gone as long as you can, block your left nostril, hold the breath for as long as you can. So when you're doing this without counting, you're just feeling yourself into the pose. And then once you've held for as long as you can, you exhale through the right nostril for as long as you can. And then once you've exhaled for as long as you can, you breathe through the right nostril for as long as you can, hold for as long as you can. Then you'll exhale through the left for as long as you can. So that's one sequence, doing 3 sequences today. After you've done the first sequence, you change the cross of your legs and then do the other side. Then after you've done the second sequence, you have your tighter side, leg of the tighter side is on top. And if it helps, close your eyes and just feel yourself into the pose. Your feet are active, spine is long. In the third round, you're keeping the tighter leg is on top. When you finish, just bring the soles of your feet together. If you haven't finished, complete the pose, but bring the soles of your feet together. And then bring your hands by your hips and feel for pushing the floor away. So this is for those who have already finished. So the feet, soles of your feet are pressing together, the toes are flexed back towards your shins. And just breathe in, filling your heart up with breath. To find that spaciousness, using the breath to find that spaciousness into the joints and into your body. And then finishing up from here for half lotus, spinal twist in half lotus. Bringing your left foot on top of your right thigh by your right hip crease. Now, if that's not working for you today, then your left foot is onto your calf, or you can be in cross-legged seated. And have both feet to the floor. Bring your left hand around the back and either line up the hand with your sacrum and pushing the foot away. If you have a block, you can use a block with the hand against a block. Or if you have further to go, bring your left hand around, sucking it onto your right thigh, hip, or clothing. And if you can get to your foot without straining, then your left hand is taking hold of left foot. Bring your right arm across against your left thigh. Your sit bone presses down as you breathe in, you're lengthening spine. And as you exhale, you're twisting towards the left. As you breathe, feel your ribs as they expand, opening wide to the side. Keeping chest lifted. As you twist to the left, relax your left shoulder away from left ear. Now breathe to heart. Feel as if you're lifting your chest bones up. Lift your collarbones. And as you press down into your sit bone, twist to the left. Left shoulder is down. Breathe to the right side of neck. Deep breath. Feel as if you're lifting your right ear away from your right shoulder. And as you exhale, as you twist to the left, keep both shoulders down. Then inhale, release. Then ears on back. For shoelace. So bring your right foot out slightly, and then bring your left foot over your right thigh. You're reaching out with your heels. You're twisting shoelace towards your left foot. So your right hand is by the hip, and then reach the hand about 12 inches away from here. So your left sit bone, it wants to do this. It wants to come up. You're pressing it back down. And then breathe in, you're stretching, your left arm is up. And as you breathe out, the left hand is coming down. Your left foot is pressing against your left arm. Now breathe in. As you breathe, you're lengthening out of your left side. And as you breathe out, you're folding towards your left foot. Deep breath. Push the floor away with your right hand and lengthen right ribs away from right hip. And as you exhale, send your left sit bone back to floor. As you breathe in, expand your ribs wide to the armpits. And as you exhale, allow your chest to move closer towards that left foot. Balloon the breath into your left ribs. Feel as if you're lengthening ribs away from left hip. Now pull belly in as you're folding towards your left foot. Then inhale, release. Pushing the floor away, breathe in as you come all the way on back up. And then change. You're coming into half lotus with your right foot on top of your left thigh, heels by your hip crease. Your right hand comes behind you, either onto the floor by sacrum, or if you can go further, bring the hand around and you're onto your left thigh hip, or taking hold of your right foot with right hand. You breathe in, bring your left arm across your right thigh. As you exhale, twist to the right. Activate your feet, spread the toes. Now feel you're grinding down into your sit bone. As you breathe in, lengthen out of your lower back. And as you exhale, twisting towards the right. Now balloon the breath into your side ribs. Feel you're moving your ribs out towards your armpits. And exhale, keeping the spine long as you twist to the right. Breathe to sternum, lift chest. Keep feeling the sensation of chest bones lifting up, collarbones are lifting up. Now feel the sensation of being grounded as your sit bones presses to the floor. You maintain the length as you twist to the right. One more breath, breathing into the back of your heart and energizing heart with breath. And as you exhale, twist, but keep the length. So you're not crunching your ribs, keep the length. And inhale, release. Shoelace pose with your right foot over your left thigh just above the knee. Your left hand is by left hip. Reach the hand about 12 inches away from that hip. Press into your right sit bone. You're breathing in, you're reaching your right arm is up. And as you breathe out, the hand is to the floor. Your right foot is now pressing against your right arm. Press your right sit bone back to floor and breathe in, lengthening your ribs away from your right hip. And as you exhale, you're folding towards your right foot. Both feet are active. Deep breath, lift, lengthen belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, send your right sit bone back to the floor, sending the right thigh out towards the right. Now breathe in and lengthen your left side ribs away from left hip. And as you exhale, you're folding. Lead with your chest. If you're going so far so that your hip is coming all the way up, you're defeating the purpose. You're defeating where you're really working with this pose. So keep pressing your right sit bone to floor and then lengthen. Using this to open up the hips. And exhale as you fold. Breathe to heart, deep breath. And exhale. Then inhale, release. Unwind your legs. Grab hold of your block. We're going to do elbow to knee in a moment. And in this moment, just want you to get a sense of what you want to do today. So in your elbow to knee today, so when I'm saying you're clasping your hands behind your head and neck, you get the sensation of reaching your elbows up. When you reach your elbows up, you want to get this sensation of your reaching forward. So you're reaching your elbows forward and squeezing your elbows in, but the shoulders are down. So you're getting this sensation. You're really working these muscles down the side ribs when you're reaching forward. So here, you reach forward, your elbows are down, but you kept this reach. So these muscles are activated. You grab hold of your block. You can do this in a seated position or a standing position. And then you reach your arms forward in this way. And then, so shoulders up and then shoulders down and then reach forward. Fingers. Now squeeze the block and keep reaching it forward. As you breathe in, lift belly, diaphragm, chest. And as you exhale, reach forward. Now keep reaching forward, but now see the shoulders. Now you feel these muscles are engaging your triceps and back these muscles are all engaging. So you're really focusing on these muscles. So taking 2 more breaths, breathe in. And as you exhale, you're reaching forward, the shoulders are down, keeping chest lifted. Breathe in. And as you exhale, let the shoulders be down, keep reaching forward. And 1 more. And then release. So that's similar when you come into your dolphin pose, it's the same, but you're working in preparation for your dolphin pose, you're working warming up these muscles. So when you're in your abdominal poses, I'll be giving you emphasis on working these muscles. So you're not just working down here, you're working through the whole of the side ribs and back ribs and front ribs today. So lie down on your back. Keep the roll close to you. So lie down on your back. The roll is close to you today. And your hands are clasped behind your head and neck. Lift your feet up off the floor and bend the knees. Press your lower back to the floor. And as you inhale, lift your head, shoulder blades up, away from the floor. Hold the breath. Now exhale, curl tailbone up. Feels as if you're curling pubic bone to navel. Now reach your elbows straight up. Squeeze your elbows as if towards each other. And then pull belly in. Inhale, lower your head, lower the shoulders to the floor. Hold the breath and press your lower back to the floor. Now exhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up. Now lift your chest and then reach your elbows up. The shoulders are down away from your ears, but the sensation of squeezing as if your elbows are coming towards each other. Lift chest, reach your elbows up. Now pull belly in. Feel as if you're hugging your ribs down. Inhale, lower head, lower shoulders to the floor. Pause the breath. Press your lower back down as you exhale. Lift your head, shoulder blades up. Now lift your chest and then reach your elbows up. Don't let your elbows flare out. Reach them up. Feel as if you're unlocking your armpits. Shoulders are down. Now pull belly in and reach your heels away from you. Inhale, lower your head, lower the shoulders to the floor. Hold the breath and press your lower back down to the floor. As you exhale, lift your head, shoulder blades up, away from the floor. Now lift your chest and reach your elbows up, but the shoulders are down. The sensation of your squeezing your elbows towards each other. Feel as if you're closing your armpits. Now pull belly down and reach your heels away from you. Now, lower your head, lower the shoulders to the floor. Hold the breath and press your lower back down to the floor. As you exhale, lift your head, shoulder blades up, away from the floor. Now reach your elbows up. Reach your heels away from you. And pull your belly in. Inhale, lower your head, lower the shoulders to the floor. And exhale, place the soles of your feet down onto the floor. Now grab hold of your roll, of your block, and place the block between your hands, your wrists actually. Lift your knees up off the floor. From here, press your lower back to the floor. And as you breathe in, lift your head, shoulder blades up, away from the floor. Hold the breath. And as you exhale, as you curl pubic bone to navel, reach your elbows, reach your hands straight up. Squeeze the block, soften the shoulders down. Now hug the ribs down, belly's in, and you're reaching heels away from you. Inhale, lower your head, lower the shoulders to the floor. Hold the breath and press your lower back down to the floor. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulder blades up away from the floor. Now lengthen up, reach up, and squeeze the block. Reach your heels away from you. Hug the ribs down. Inhale, lower your head, lower the shoulders to the floor, and lower your hands down. Okay, so you can see why we're supporting the neck. Once your arms are up, you put a lot of pressure into the neck. This time you're using the block. The block, long ways, is placed onto your right thigh. The right foot is off the floor, and you're pressing your forearm onto the block. When you press your forearm onto the block, see what happens down here. Your serratus muscles begin to turn on. So these are the same muscles you want to be working. You're pressing your forearm onto the block and the block onto the thigh and knee. So from here, reach your left arm is up. Now take a deep breath. And as you exhale, lift your right leg up and press your forearm against your right thigh. Now breathe into lower back. And as you exhale, press your forearm onto the block. The thigh presses to the block. Send your left leg straight up and reach your left elbow up and pull belly in. Inhale, bend your left knee. Hold the breath and press your lower back to the floor. As you breathe out, curl pubic bone to navel. Press your right forearm onto the block. The block presses, the thigh presses onto the block. Send your left leg up and reach your left elbow up. Now pull belly in. Inhale, bend your left knee. Keep the left arm up. Hold the breath. And as you breathe out, as you curl pubic bone to navel, press your right forearm onto the block. Send your left leg up. Reach your left elbow, your left arm up towards the sky. Now pull belly in. Then inhale, release. Bend your left knee, place your left foot to the floor, and place your right foot down onto the floor. And do the same for the other side. Your left knee is bent. The block is onto the thigh. Your left forearm is onto the thigh. You're pressing the forearm onto the block, and the block is pressing onto the arm. From here, reach your right arm straight up towards the sky. Now press your lower back to the floor, and already as you press your arm onto the block, you feel a lengthening into side ribs and lower back. Now breathe in. As you breathe in, lift your right leg up. And as you breathe out, reach your leg up towards the sky. Now reach your right elbow up and press your arm onto the block. Block presses onto the arm. Thigh presses onto the block. Pull belly in. Now breathe in and bend your right knee. And as you breathe out, as you curl tailbone up, press your forearm onto the block, thigh onto the block. Send your right leg up and reach your right arm up to sky. Now pull belly in. Breathe in and bend your right knee. Hold the breath and press your lower back down. As you breathe out, as you curl tailbone up, press your left forearm onto the block. Block press, thigh presses onto the block. Reach your right leg up. Reach your right arm up and pull belly in. And then release. Place your foot down to the floor and place a block down. Clasp your hands behind your head and neck. Elbow to knee. If your back is straight, you can keep the feet onto the floor. Otherwise, lift your feet up off the floor. The knees are bent. Inhale, lift your head, shoulder blades up, away from floor. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up and reach your elbows to left knee. Now reach your right leg forward. Keep reaching the thigh bone away from hip joint. Pull belly in. Now reach your elbows up. Feel as if you're squeezing your your elbows towards each other, bellies in. Inhale, head to center, bend the knees, hold the breath, and press your lower back to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up, your elbows are to your right knee, send your left leg forward. Now relax your left hip, and then reach the thigh bone away from the hip, lift your chest, reach your elbows up, feel the serratus muscles are engaged. Now pull belly in. Inhale, head to center, bend the knees, hold the breath, and press your lower back to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up, elbows to left knee, and reach your right leg forward. Spread the toes. Send the thigh bone away from your hip joints. Lift the chest. Reach your elbows up. Pull belly in. Inhale, head to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, and press your lower back to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to your right knee. Send your left leg straight up. Spread the toes. Lift the chest. Reach your elbows up. Feel as if you're squeezing your elbows towards each other. Reach your left leg up. Pull belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees. Hold the breath. And exhale, release. Lower your head and shoulders to the floor. And lower the feet to the floor. Okay, so there's another pose in this sequence that you'll do. I'll just demonstrate, and then you can join in. So the hands are clasped behind your head and neck. Your feet are lifted off the floor. Again, if your back is tweaky, you can do this both feet on the floor or one foot onto the floor. You can do any of those for you. Otherwise, this is the pose. So your lower back is pressing down. You inhale, you lift your head, shoulder blades up. You pause. You exhale, you curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to left knee. You reach your right leg straight up. Your right hand is placed onto the right thigh. You breathe into right hip. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, you're tractioning your right thigh out and up. As you traction the thigh up, you reach your right elbow up and belly pulls in. Inhale, back to center. You'll feel these ribs opening right the way down the whole of the right side and vice versa. Okay, so that's where you're going with this. Clasp your hands. Oh, sorry. If your back is tweaky, your pose will go one foot on the floor, the other foot is reaching up, and you get this lengthening in this way. So it's exactly the same. It's just one foot is to the floor. Okay, clasp hands behind head and neck. Lift your feet up off the floor and bend the knees, or choose whether you're keeping one foot to the floor. Inhale, lift head, shoulder blades up away from the floor. Now lift your chest and reach your elbows up. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to left knee. Reach your right leg straight up. Reach out with the ball of your foot. Now pull belly in. Inhale, place your left hand onto left thigh. Onto right thigh, sorry. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, traction your thigh out and up. Reach your right elbow up. Now pull belly in. Now belly's in, press your lower back to the floor. Inhale, coming back to center. Hands behind your head. Hold the breath and press your lower back to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to your right knee. Send your left leg straight up. Reach out with the balls of your feet. Now pull belly in. On the next breath, as you breathe in, place your right hand onto the left thigh. And as you exhale, traction, use your hands to traction your thigh out and up. Reach your left elbow up and pull lower belly in. Inhale, coming back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, hands behind your head. Your lower back is pressing to floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to your right knee, straighten. Your left knee, straighten your right leg. You're reaching your right leg up, reach out with the ball of your foot. Now pull belly in. Breathe into right hip. Place your left hand onto the right thigh. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, traction your right leg up. Reach your right elbow up. Pull lower belly in. Inhale, head to center, bend the knees, hold the breath, and place your hands behind the head. Press your lower back down to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to your right knee straight and left leg. Keep sending that left leg out and up. Pull belly in. Breathe into left hip. Place your right hand onto left thigh. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, traction your left thigh up. Reach your left elbow up. Pull belly in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath. And exhale, release. Lower head and shoulders to floor. And place the soles of your feet down onto the floor. Just give yourself a moment to notice the sensations that you feel right now. Okay, one more like this. Now that your back is nicely open, the side ribs are opening up, you should be able to do this as your peak pose in your abs. This time is Broga. So in Broga, your hands are clasped behind your head and neck. In this pose, when you inhale, you lift your head, shoulder blades up, you pause. When you exhale, you curl tailbone up, your elbows are to your left knee, and you reach your right leg up. You then place your right foot on the midpoint of your left thigh. You're using your left foot to traction the thigh out and up. When you do so, you send that thigh up, you reach your right elbow up, belly pulls in. Left thigh is gliding away from you, belly pulls in, and your lower back presses to pull. Then inhale, head to center, bend the knees, hold the breath. Okay, so that's where you're going with that. So clasp hands behind your head and neck. Lift your feet up off the floor and the knees are bent. Press your lower back down to the floor and inhale, lift your head, shoulder blades up, away from the floor. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up, both elbows to your left knee. Reach your right leg up, spread the toes and reach out with the ball of your foot. Pull belly in. Breathe in and to your right hip. Place your left foot on the midpoint of your right thigh. And as you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, traction the thigh out and up. Lift the chest. Reach your right elbow up as you send your right leg to sky. Pull belly in. Feel as if you're gliding your left thigh away from left hip. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, and press your lower back to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to right knee. Send your left leg straight up. Reach out with the ball of your foot and pull belly in. Breathe into left hip. Place your right foot on the inside of your left thigh. And as you curl tailbone up, use your right foot to traction your left thigh up. Reach your left elbow up towards the sky. Pull belly in. Attempt to glide your right thigh away from the hip. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, and press your lower back to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to left knee. You're reaching your right leg straight up. Place your right foot on the inside of your left foot on the inside of right thigh. Curl tailbone up. Send your right leg straight up. Lift the chest and reach your right elbow up. Pull belly in. Glide your left thigh away from hip. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath, and press your lower back to the floor. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Your elbows are to your right knee. Send your left leg straight up. Place your right foot on the inside of your left thigh. Now curl tailbone up. Send your left leg up. Reach your left elbow up. Pull belly in. You're gliding the thigh away from right hip. Belly's in. Inhale, come back to center. Bend the knees, hold the breath. And exhale, release. Lower head and shoulders to the floor. And place the soles of your feet down to the floor. So now that your hips are nicely open, you can do, we'll do bridge. You need a block for this pose. Do bridge with a block moving into Virasana, half Virasana. So demonstrate the pose. Have a block close to you. Lie down onto your back. The block is within touching distance. You reach down with your fingertips and brush your heels. And then relax your arms. Your heels are aligned with sit bones or hip distance apart. Arms relaxed. From here, you breathe in, you lengthen side ribs away from hips. You exhale, push the floor away with your feet as you lift up. You take a couple of breaths to get yourself to as high as you can today. And then you place a block on the sacrum and using the block to support you. From here, you're coming into wrist stretches. So that's where you're going. And then after wrist stretches, you're placing your right foot to the floor. You lift your left foot up. You draw the left knee towards the chest. You can use your hand to assist. And then pushing the floor away with your right leg as you send your left leg straight up. So you're holding the pose. From there, you move into half Virasana. So you have the option of taking hold of your left foot and bringing your left knee towards the floor. Your left foot moves towards your left sit bone. So you're working in this way. And if you can go further, you're reaching your right leg out and up towards the sky. If you don't want to do half Virasana, then you have the option of bringing your left foot over your right thigh knee and then tractioning your left thigh away from you. Okay. So that's the pose. That's what one side looks like, and then you do both sides. Okay, so lie down, set up for bridge. Blocks by your side, reach down, brush your heels, then relax your arms by your side. Relax your neck, relax the shoulders. Now breathe in. As you breathe in, lengthen belly away from pelvis. Press your feet to floor, and as you exhale, tilt pelvis, lift pelvis up, away from the floor. Breathe into lower back and lengthening ribs away from sacrum, feeling those sensations. Now exhale, push the floor away as you lift. Breathe in and feel the lengthening, the belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, push up, lift up, grab hold of your block. Now breathe into lower back and lengthen ribs away from sacrum. You might need to come up onto the toes. As you exhale, lift up and place a block under your sacrum, avoiding your spinal column. So the block's at the hardest point of the sacrum. Now from here, reach your arms up towards the sky for wrist stretches. Grab hold of the little finger on your left hand and then breathe into palm of hands, deep breaths. And as you breathe out, glide your little finger back. Release. Take hold of the ring finger and then breathe in. Breathe into palm of hand, spread fingers. And as you breathe out, glide your little finger back. Your feet are still active. You keep lengthening ribs away from waist. Take hold of your middle finger. Deep breath. Breathe into heart. And as you exhale, reach in the palm of your hands to sky. And then release. Taking hold of your first finger. As you breathe in, glide your first finger away from your thumb. Thumb away from first finger. And as you breathe out, glide your first finger back. Release. Taking hold of your thumb. As you breathe in, glide your thumb away from your index finger. And as you exhale, open your hands towards the sky. Feet presses down. Keep lifting out, lengthening out of lower back. Release. And change hands. Take hold of the little finger on your right hand and then ease it back. And then breathe in, spread the fingers wide. And as you breathe out, open hands to sky. Release. Taking hold of your ring finger. As you breathe, feel as if you're lengthening your hands down away from your wrist. And as you exhale, as you push the floor away with your feet, spread the fingers. Release. Taking hold of your middle finger. Now breathe. Breathe into back of heart as you're lengthening low ribs away from sacrum. And as you breathe out, lengthen each finger away from each other. Release, taking hold of your first finger. Now breathe into heart and energize your heart with this breath. And as you exhale, as you push the floor away, feel as if you're sending pubic bone to sky and send your thumb away from your index finger. Release. Take hold of your thumb. Now as you breathe in, glide your thumb away from your index finger. And as you breathe out, open the palm of your hands to the sky. Then release. Bring your hands back behind you. So your fingers are now reaching towards your sit bones. You're onto your fingertips. Now breathe in. As you breathe in, spread the fingers. And as you exhale, feel as if the heel of the hands is coming down towards the floor as you would for a bridge, as you push back to push the floor away. Now breathe into your front ribs and use the breath to open up the front ribs. Exhale, push the floor away with your feet and your hands as if you're pushing up for wheel. And then release. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Fingers are spreading. Now take a deep breath into palm of hands. Hold the breath. Now one by one, bringing in your little finger, ring finger, middle finger, first finger, thumb squeezes on top. Exhale, knuckles pushes away towards your knees. And then release. Hands facing each other, thumbs pointing towards your forehead. Now breathe into palm of hands. Hold the breath, then bring in your thumb, and then simultaneously squeeze the thumb. On exhale, reach your thumb away from you. Thumb reaches towards your knees. And then release. Arms down by your side. Press your feet to the floor. Line up your right heel with your right sit bone. Now breathe in and lengthen your side ribs away from hips. And as you exhale, push the floor away with your feet as you send thighs away from you. Press your right foot to the floor. Breathe in, bend your left knee and draw the left knee towards the chest. You can use your left arm to hug your left thigh towards your chest. Keep pushing the floor away with your right foot. Right heel is pressing to the floor. Now breathe into lower back as you're lengthening ribs away from sacrum. And as you exhale, reaching your left leg up towards the sky, your right foot is pressing down to the floor. You can use your left hand to traction your left thigh away from hip. So as you breathe in, you're lengthening belly away from the pelvis. Press your right foot to the floor, and as you exhale, sending your left leg straight up towards the sky. And then breathe into that left hip. Feel for sending left thigh away from hip. And as you exhale, you're reaching your left leg up. Right foot presses to the floor. Right heel is down. One more like this. Deep breath. And as you exhale, sending that left leg up. On the next breath, breathe in, bend your left knee, draw your left knee towards the chest. Reach your, the option now is to bring the foot over your right and reach your left thigh away from you for your opening up the hips, or grab hold of your left ankle with left hand and coming down into half Virasana. You're moving your left foot towards your left sit bone, left knee is reaching to the floor. So you're in the pose here. If you're going further, whilst pressing into your left shin or foot, lift your right leg up and draw your right knee towards your chest. And as you breathe out, you're reaching your right leg up towards the sky. Now breathing, as you're breathing in, you're lengthening ribs away from waist. And as you press down into your right foot, send your left leg, press into your left foot, send your right leg up. As you breathe, feel as if you're moving belly away from the top of your right thigh. And as you exhale, lengthen up with your right leg. Reach out with the ball of your foot. Your left foot presses to the floor to give you traction. One more like this. Deep breath. And exhale, release. Bend your right knee and place your right foot back to the floor. Your right foot is pressing to the floor. Now breathe in and bend your right foot and draw your right foot towards your right sit bone, right knee is reaching to the floor. Lift your left leg up and reaching your left leg up towards the sky. So as you press down into your right leg, breathe in and lengthen belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, you're sending your left leg straight out and up towards the ceiling. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, reaching up. Keep sending your right knee towards the floor. And one more like this, deep breath. And exhale, release. Place your left foot to the floor. Then anchor into left foot. Breathe in, lift your right leg up, knee to chest. You can hug the knee in towards the chest whilst pressing your left foot to the floor. And as you exhale, you're reaching your right leg out and up towards the sky. Breathe into your right hip. Feel for moving right thigh away from pelvis. And as you press your left foot to the floor, sending your right leg straight up. Now breathe to where you feel this most. Deep breaths. As you exhale, feel for that deeper level of opening. One more breath in. From here, bend your right knee, draw the knee towards the chest, and then place your foot back down to the floor. Think we've done all sides. Breathe in, lengthen side ribs away from hips. Exhale, push the floor away as you lift up, move the block. And then breathe in deeply. Keep traction in, belly away from pelvis, chest to chin. And exhale, tilt pelvis, lower upper back to floor. Tilt pelvis, lower mid back to floor. Tilt pelvis as you lower all the way on down to the floor. Cross your left leg over your right for twisted root. And if you can cross your left ankle onto the right calf, then that's where you're going. Your hands will be clasped behind your head and neck. You have some options with this. So your feet can be on the floor, your feet can be lifted off the floor, or the foot can be up against the wall. You're anchoring down into your lower back. In this pose, twisted root, you're pressing your lower back to the floor. When you inhale, you lift your head, shoulder blades up. So similar to what we've done today. When you lift up, you reach your elbows up as if you're squeezing your elbows towards each other. Belly is pulling in. So you're still working down into the serratus muscles, into belly and lower back. You exhale, you lower your pelvis. And then let's go together. So from here, lower back presses down. Breathe in, lift your head, shoulder blades up away from the floor. Lift the chest and then reach your elbows up as if you're unlocking shoulders. Now exhale, curl tailbone up and send thighs and knees straight up. Squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bone to tailbone, pull belly in. Now inhale, lower pelvis, but keep head and shoulder blades up. Lift your chest, reach your elbows up. Now exhale, curl tailbone up and send thighs and knees straight up. Squeeze thighs, feet active, pull belly in. Inhale, lower head, lower shoulders to the floor. Release the hands. The hands are clasped on the midpoint of your left thigh. Head and shoulders are to the floor. You can have your feet to the floor. Now breathe into lower back, spreading ribs to the floor. As you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, press your hands against the thighs. Thighs against the hands. Feel as you lengthen belly away from pelvis, lengthening ribs away from sacrum. Relax your lower back to floor And then breathe into lower back, spreading ribs to floor. And as you exhale, curl tailbone up and press hands against the thighs, thighs against the hands. Pull belly in. Inhale, release, and change the cross of legs. So right is over left, and if you can make the second cross, make the second cross. Hands are clasped behind your head and neck. And if you can look at the hands and change the clasp of your hands. Lower back presses down, breathe in, lift head, shoulder blades up. Now lift up, reach your elbows up and feel as if you're wrapping the shoulders. Hold the breath. As you exhale, curl tailbone up. Send thighs, knees straight up. Now squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bone, pull belly in. Inhale, low pelvis, but keep head, shoulder blades up. Hold the breath. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Send thighs and knees straight up. Keep the chest lifted as you reach your elbows up. Pull belly in. Inhale, release. Lower head, shoulders to the floor. Release your hands, place your hands on the midpoint of your right thigh, feet active. Again, feet can be on the floor, on the wall, or just straight up. Press your lower back to floor, and then breathe in. Lengthen, spreading ribs to floor. As you exhale, as you curl tailbone up, press your hands against the thighs, thighs against the hands. Pull belly in. Relax pelvis and breathe into lower back, spreading ribs to floor. And exhale, curl tailbone up and press hands against the thighs, thighs against hands. Pull lower belly in. Inhale, release. Unwind the cross of your legs and bring the soles of your feet together so the knees are out towards the side. Your hands are onto your thighs, your traction in your thighs away from you. This is Uddiyana, lie down on your back with back traction. So Uddiyana with back traction on your back. Now everyone take a deep breath. And exhale completely through the mouth. Now pull your belly in. Feel your diaphragm and ribs as they open wide. Your traction in, your thighs away from you. Keep feeling that you're hollowing your belly out. And relax your belly. And breathe. Deep breath, spreading ribs. Filling up as much as you can. Hold the breath. Now exhale. Exhale completely. Chin tucks in. Belly pulls in. You're flaring your ribs out towards the side. You're lengthening ribs away from sacrum. Feet presses together. Keep hollowing your belly out. And release. Use your hands to draw your knees together. Roll to your right side. Bring your left hand to the floor by chest. Breathe in. As you breathe out, push the floor away as you come all the way on up. Right hand supports your head and neck. Okay. Your next pose is Dolphin Prelude. Your Dolphin Prelude, you'll be measuring up, so it kind of looks visually, it looks like child's pose with your elbows tucked in. So visually, so the setup is your hands are onto your biceps, your elbows into the floor. I'm stepping my knees back and reaching hands forward, then clasping hands. From here, my hands are in prayer position, my elbows are tucked in. Breathing into upper back, lifting, spreading back, toes curled, your toes are not curled under. So exhale, reach your sit bones back to heels, lift your hands up and then reach your hands back. Now you're squeezing your elbows as if you're squeezing your armpits in. As you said, your belly pulls in, sit bones reaches back. Your elbows are reaching forward. So exactly that pose where we started of reaching your elbows forward in this way, opening up in this way, working these muscles are the same muscles that you're working. So when you come into your dolphin pose, these muscles are already activated. These are the muscles you want to work. So taking the weight out of the shoulders by using these muscles down the back and your serratus muscles. So dolphin prelude. Measure. Elbows to the floor. Step your knees back so the knees are now under the hips. Reach. Now breathe into upper back, lift, spread back. And as you exhale, reach your sit bones back and lift your forearms off the floor and reach your hands back to the back of the skull bone. Your elbows are reaching to the floor. Now breathe into your side ribs. And as you exhale, pull your belly in as you reach your sit bones away from you. Reach your elbows forward. Knees are on the floor for this stage. Breathe in. And as you exhale, reach it back. So keep opening the side ribs as you reach back. Now breathe to sternum. As you exhale, pull your belly in, reach your sit bones back, but reach your elbows in. Feel as if you're closing your armpits. Just place your knees to the floor. You've been on that pose a long time. Knees down. Now reach your sit bones back, sit bones back, sit bones back. There. Now reach your elbows forward. There. No, just the elbows. Keep the hands where they were. Hands where they were, Joss. Elbows forward now. Everyone breathe to sternum. Now, as you breathe out, reach back. Feel as if you're moving your chest back. Sit bones are reaching back. And then release. Come up to measure up for dolphin. The measurement is exactly the same. This time your knees are coming off the floor. Elbows to the floor, reach your hands forward and choose to clasp your hands or not. Neck, shoulders relaxed. Breathe into upper back, lift, spread back, curl toes under. Now exhale, lift your knees off the floor and then reach back. So you feel these openings. As you breathe into your top ribs. Feel as if you're lengthening away, top ribs away from shoulders. And as you exhale, reach your sit bones back. Breathe into sternum, deep breath. And as you exhale, send the back of your thighs and the back of your calves to the back wall. Heels are reaching towards the floor. It doesn't matter whether they touch. From here, working with Dolphin Strut. So step your right foot forward about 2 inches. Keep your left hand where it is. Reach your right hand back. Grab hold of your heel, ankle, or calf. And as you exhale, reach your right thigh back away from right hip. Now breathe into that right hip, deep breath. And as you exhale, reach your right heel away from you. Feel the insides of your foot, the ankles as they reach back. Now breathe in, spread the ribs, spread the upper back. Push the floor away with your left arm as you reach your right heel back. Release your right hand. Place your right hand back to the floor for dolphin. Now take a deep breath. Breathe into lower back. And as you exhale, reach your sit bones back. You're lengthening to the spine. Chest is moving to thigh. Step your left foot forward about a couple of inches. Reach your left hand back for strut. Grab hold of the heel, the ankle, or calf. Breathe into left hip. And as you breathe out, reaching your left heel towards the floor. As you breathe, feel for breathing into lower back and lengthening ribs away from waist. As you exhale, send your left heel towards the floor, left heel down towards the floor. Now breathe into your right armpit. As you exhale, feel as if you're pushing the floor away with your right forearm. Keep sending both heels to the floor. Release your left hand, place your left hand back down for dolphin. And then breathe into upper back, broaden the upper back with breath. And as you exhale, reach back. Sit bones reaches back. Your chest is moving to thighs and knees. Fingertips are reaching forward. One more breath. Breathe to heart.
Now exhale, pull belly in and lengthen through the spine as you reach your sit bones back. Inhale, release, bend the knees and come all the way down towards the floor. Take a breath. Feel how this is opening up your back, opening into armpits and shoulders. Okay. Breathe, spread the breath around your back. And then release. Bring your hands under the shoulders, push the floor away, come up to stand. And then stand on your mat. You're sideways on your mat. You'll be standing into horse stance. Your knees are bent. Your thighs are reaching out towards the side. Knees are aligned with your middle, second and middle toe. Set up for Agnisara. So your hands are onto your thighs. Knees bent, sit bones tucked down. From here, take a breath, breathe in. And then exhale. Chin tucks in, suck your belly in and up, and let it go. Suck it in, let it go. In and up, let it go. Suck it in, let it go. Breathe in. And exhale. Agnisara, going slow. One more like this, breathe in. And exhale. Chin tucks in, suck the belly, in and up. Let it go. Three rounds fast. Breathe in. Exhale. Chin tucks in. Move the belly as fast as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Chin tucks in. And moving belly fast as you can. One more, breathe in. Exhale. And chin tucks in, belly's moving. And release. And then stand, heel toe feet together. And you're standing at the front of your mat. Now your hips are nicely open. Exhale, hands together by chest. Press your feet to the floor, spread your feet to the floor, lift the toes, and then feel for really anchoring down. And then inhale, telescope the ribs as you reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward, bellies in, hands to the floor. Lunge, breathe in, step your left leg back. Reach back into your left heel, place your left knee to the floor. Push the floor away as you reach your arms out and up towards the sky. And as you exhale, hands down, step your right leg back for plank. Now reach your heels away from you. Your wrists are under the shoulders. Reach back into heels. As you exhale, lower down. Keeping the elbows tucked in. Feel as if you're pushing the floor away. Push you all the way down. Lengthen your legs back. And as you breathe into Cobra. Moving chest and ribs forward. You're lengthening your legs back. Shoulders away from your ears. And as you exhale, keep drawing chest and ribs forward as you're coming down. Readjust, hands under the shoulders, breathe into lower back, curl toes under. And as you exhale, press back, downward dog, reaching your heels away from you. You're pushing the floor away. You might walk your feet in a couple of inches. Then breathe in. As you reach back into heels, step your left foot forward between the hands. Face your right knee to the floor. Pat the knee if you need, then push the floor away as you reach in, your arms out and up towards the sky. As you exhale, hands down. Press into your left foot, step your right foot forward for forward bend. Stay here. Now breathe in as you lengthen belly away from pelvis, forward bending. Forward bend on exhale. Feel for that lengthening through the spine. Press your feet to floor, and as you breathe in, stand. Lengthen through the spine as you telescoping the ribs up. And exhale, hands together by chest. Press your feet to floor. Breathe in, lengthen your arms out and up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward, belly's in, hands to the floor. Lunge, breathe in, step your right leg back. Bend the right knee, reach back into heels, pushing the floor away with your left foot as you're reaching your arms up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, hands down, step your left leg back for plank. Reach back into right heels. Now reach back into both heels. Push the floor away. Exhale, lower down. Keep the elbows glued into the side ribs. Cobra, inhale, moving chest and ribs forward as you're lengthening your legs back. And exhale, press it back for downward facing dog. Feeling for pushing the floor away in downward dog. Lunge, breathe in, step your right foot forward between the hands, left knees to the floor. Push the floor away with your right foot as you're reaching your arms out and up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, hands are down, step your left foot forward for forward bend. Keep the neck relaxed. As you breathe in, feel as if you're lengthening belly away from pelvis. Forward bending on exhale. Now breathe in, stand, lengthen through the spine as you reach your arms to the sky. And exhale, hands together by chest. Chair pose, bend the knees. And as you breathe in, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Sit bones reaches back. Exhale, fold forward, belly's in. As you breathe in, lengthen belly away from pelvis, chest away from thighs and knees. Flatten hands to the floor. And as you breathe out, step or hop it back into plank. Reach back into heels. Exhale, lower down, keep the elbows tucked into the side ribs. Breathe into Cobra. Move chest and ribs forward, lengthen legs back. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Warrior one, breathe in, step your left foot forward by left hand, right foot towards the right edge of the mat. You push the floor away as you reach in your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, hands down, step your left leg back for plank. Reach back into heels. Exhale, lower down, keep elbows tucked in. Upward dog, breathe in. Move chest, push forward, knees are off the floor, thighs are off the floor. You've lengthened your legs back. And exhale, press it back, downward dog. Warrior one, breathe in, step your right foot forward by right hand, left foot towards the left edge of the mat. You push the floor away as you reach in your arms to the sky. And exhale, hands down, step your right leg back for plank. Reach back into heels, push the floor away, exhale, lower down. Up dog, breathe in. You move chest and wrist forward, lengthen legs back. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog, pushing the floor away in downward dog. On the breath, bend the knees, and as you breathe in, step or hop your legs between the hands. Exhale, fold forward, belly's in. Chair pose, knees are bent, lift the chest as you reach your arms up. And exhale, stand, bring hands together by chest. Wall work. The next pose is downward facing dog against the wall, or you can do dolphin against the wall. We'll do downward facing dog or dolphin with splits. So if you're doing downward facing dog, your sit bones with the wall, where your heels finish, is where your hands will start. So you're coming into downward facing dog, feet onto the floor. And then you step one foot onto the wall about 3 feet from the floor, the other foot's up. So this is your pose. You can stay here for up to 8 breaths. Or you can work with one leg up. Or you can work towards splits, reaching the leg that's up over your head and moving chest towards the wall. Stay for 3 to 4 breaths on each side. That's your pose. Or do dolphin. You're doing dolphin, your hands are clasped, and you reach forward. Breathe in, lift up, and then push back. Can work for the variations with dolphin. One foot onto the wall, or both feet onto the wall. You can work with one leg up. You can work towards splits.
It's really nice, Zoe. Really nice. Keep reaching that straight leg up, Maria. Up, up. Breathe into your upper back, Joss. Now, as you pull your belly in, send that leg up, reach it straight up. The leg, yeah. Good. So doing both sides. Once you've done both sides, step into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, everyone, inhale, step your left leg forward between the hands for a triangle. Your right foot is square to the short edge of the mat. Straighten your left leg. Your arms are reaching out towards the side. As you press into your left leg, breathe in, lengthen your left arm down towards the floor as you reach in your right arm out and up towards the sky. Feel as you press down, lengthen your side ribs away from your left hip. And as you breathe out, reach up with the fingertips of your right hand. From here, option to bring your right hand all the way around the back and tuck it onto your left arm. And as you exhale, glide your right shoulder away from right ear. Now breathe in and glide your ribs away from your left ribs away from the left thigh. And as you breathe out, glide your right hip back so you feel as if you're opening into hips and pelvis. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, glide your shoulders down. From here, half moon. So bend your left knee, place your left hand to the floor, about 12 inches further forward and 6 inches towards the side. And then anchor into your left leg, breathe in, lift your right leg up, and then reach it back. You have the option of moving into half moon by reaching your right arm up as you reach back into heel. Now breathe in, keep gliding the ribs away from your left hip. And as you exhale, send your right leg up, reach your right fingertips to sky. Option for quarter moon, bending your right knee, taking hold of the ankle or foot, and then reaching your right thigh and knee away from you. And then breathe deeply. And as you exhale, sending that right thigh back. One more breath. Press down into your left foot, lengthening the ribs away from left hip. And as you exhale, send that leg back. From here, bring your hands to the floor and step your right leg back. Bring your left forearm onto your left thigh and glide your right arm around the back for extended warrior variation. Pressing down into your left leg, breathe in, lift your ribs away from left hip. And as you exhale, glide your right shoulder away from right ear. Breathe into lower back as you lengthen ribs away from sacrum. And as you exhale, send your sit bones back towards your right heel. Now breathe to sternum, deep breath. And as you exhale, glide your right shoulder away from right ear. Inhale, release. Bring your hands down either side of your left leg. Step your left leg back for downward facing dog. Feeling for pushing floor away in your downward dog. If you can, bend the elbows for turbo dog. You're squeezing the elbows in, you're wrapping the shoulders. Now breathe into lower back. And as you exhale, reach your sit bones back. Triangle, as you breathe in, step your right leg forward between the hands. Left heel, left foot is to the square edge of the mat. Front heel is aligned with the arc of the back foot. Your arms are reaching out. From here, standing strongly into your right leg, breathing, lengthen your right arm down towards the floor as you reach your left arm up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, tuck your right sit bone under. You have the option of bringing your left hand all the way around and tuck it onto right thigh. And as you breathe in, as you press your left foot to floor, lift your belly down from chest forward.
And as you exhale, glide your left shoulder away from left ear. Breathe to sternum, deep breath. And as you exhale, tuck in your right sit bone under. Half moon, bend your right knee. Place your right hand to the floor, about 12 inches further forward, 6 inches towards the side. And then breathe in, ease forward. Lift your left leg up and reach it back. Reach back into heels. If you're going further, reaching your left arm up towards the sky. Press your right foot to floor. Breathe in, lift your side ribs away from hip. And as you exhale, reach back into that left heel. Option to come into quarter moon. Bend your left knee, reach your left hand back, grab hold of the ankle. And then send your left thigh and knee away from you. Now breathe to sternum, deep breath. And as you breathe out, sending, you're reaching your left thigh away from you. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale, opening up as you reach your left thigh, knee back. Release, bring your hands to the floor. And then step your left leg back for standing into extended warrior variation. Your left foot, your right forearm is onto your right thigh. And your left arm is tucked around the back. Now breathe in and feel as if you're pushing the floor away with your right foot as you lengthen out of right side. And as you breathe out, your left shoulder is away from left ear. Deep breath, lengthen belly, diaphragm, chest forward. And as you exhale, your shoulders away from your ears. One more breath, deep breath. And exhale, release. Bring your hands down either side of your right foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Feeling for pushing floor away in downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward between the hands for triangle. This time, keep the hands to the floor and then bring your right hand on the outside of your left foot. Bring your left arm either onto your right hip, or if you can, reaching your arm up towards the sky. Press into your right leg as you breathe in, lengthening the ribs forward away from hip. And as you exhale, if you can, straighten your left leg as you twist to the left. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, you're opening out towards the left. One more breath like this, deep breath. And as you exhale, you're opening out a little bit more. From here, place your right hand, bring your right hand forward about under the shoulder, and then come up as if you're coming up into vertical splits. So you're reaching your right leg back. From here, bend your right knee. Reach your left hand back and grab hold of your right ankle or foot for harvesting. Now breathe in, and as you exhale, sending your right thigh and knee back. Press your left foot to the floor, and as you breathe in, lengthening ribs forward. And as you breathe out, sending your right thigh back. One more like this, breathing deeply. And exhale, sending the thigh back. Then inhale, release. Step your right leg back, and then left leg steps back for downward facing dog. Feeling for pushing floor away in downward dog. As you breathe in, step your right leg forward between the hands for twisting triangle, reverse triangle. Your left hand is down on the outside of your right foot. Your right hand is onto sacrum. Press into your left leg, breathe in, lengthening ribs away from left hip. And as you breathe out, as you roll chest open, aim to straighten your right leg. If you can, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Now breathe in and glide your ribs away from right hip. Exhale, roll chest open towards the right. One more like this. Left foot is anchored to floor. As you breathe in, gliding ribs forward away from left hip. And exhale as you open to right. Inhale, release. Bring your hands down to the floor, either side of your right leg. And from here, keep the neck relaxed. As you breathe in, glide forward, lift your left leg up and reach it back. Now bend your left knee, reach your right hand around the back, grab hold of your left ankle or foot. And then breathe in. And as you exhale, sending your left thigh back. Keep the neck relaxed. Press your right foot to floor and breathe in. Feel as if you're lifting belly away from the thigh. And as you exhale, you're sending your left leg back. One more like this. Deep breath. And exhale as you reach back. Keep pushing the floor away with your right foot. Then release. Place your left foot to the floor. Step your right leg back for downward facing dog. And then breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, reach your heels to the floor, chest to thighs and knees. As you breathe, spread the ribs, spread the upper back. And as you exhale, lengthen through the spine as you reach back. On the next breath, walk your feet forward towards your hands. From here, clasp your hands behind your head and neck. And you're doing that pose like you're pressing your feet to the floor, you're lengthening belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, wrapping the shoulders as you reach your elbows forward, squeeze your elbows in. So feel your serratus muscles are still working. And then breathe in, lifting belly away from pelvis. And exhale as you fold. Keep reaching your elbows forward. Feel the broadening across your back. One more breath, deep breath. Now exhale, pull belly in. Feel for this lengthening as you reach your elbows to floor. Feel as if you're tractioning the neck out and forward. And release. Place your hands to the floor. Bend the knees and come all the way down to the floor. Keep your right leg straight. Place your left foot over your right, coming into a spinal twist. Your right arm is hugging your left thigh towards the chest, and your left hand is reached back about 12 inches further back from your left hip. Press your left foot to floor. As you breathe in, lengthen spine. As you exhale, twist to the left. Right foot is active, you're reaching it forward. Breathe in and lift belly away from pelvis. And exhale as you twist to the left. Breathe to sternum. Feel but energizing your heart with this breath. And exhale as you twist to the left. Inhale, release. And then change. Left leg is reaching straight forward. Your right foot has come up, the foot has come over your left thigh. Left hand is hugging right thigh towards the chest, and right arm is reaching back. Press down into right sit bone. Breathe and lengthen out of right side. And as you breathe out, you're twisting towards the right. Now breathe in, keep lengthening out of lower back. And as you exhale, as you twist towards the right, reach your left foot forward, spread the toes, feet active. On the next breath, feel for moving belly away from your right thigh. And as you breathe out, twisting towards the right. And inhale, release. Straighten both legs. Actually, this is what we'll do. So lie down onto your backs, and I'll just demonstrate so you can see. You lie down onto your back. You'll be doing a forward bend on your back. So from here, bring your hands down by your hips. Get your feet up off the floor and then reach your legs up. Then reach your hands up and then you're bringing your feet down this way. If you have a wall, that's really nice because it helps to open up a little bit more. So your lower back may come off the floor. That's okay, you're pressing it back down, but you're using this to help to open up lower back. So forward bend on your back. If your back, your hamstrings are really tight, then you can bend the knees or use a strap. So from here, pressing your lower back down, breathe in and lengthening belly away from pelvis. And as you exhale, as your belly pulls in, you're bringing your feet down towards your forehead. Send sit bones away from you. And then breathe in, lengthen side ribs away from hips. Exhale, pull belly in. Back of the thighs, back of the calves are lengthening away. Now breathe into where you're feeling this most. And exhaling. And one more breath, deep breath. And exhale, release. Bend the knees and place the soles of your feet onto the floor. You can stay here or bring the soles of your feet together or lengthen your legs forward for final pose Shavasana. You can turn around and have the feet up against a wall, which is really nice in opening up your back a little bit more. Arms relaxed by your sides, shoulders relax away from your ears. Lie down in final pose Shavasana. So eyes are closed, allowing yourself to let go as much as you can. Back of the skull is relaxing. Relax your forehead. Relax eyes and eye sockets. Stay with feeling. Stay with the intention of acknowledging what you feel. And then letting go, moving on. Get yourself educated by what you feel. Let your body tell you what it needs. Giving yourself time just to let go. Limb by limb, cell by cell. Letting your body just let go as you let go into the earth, feeling the earth, the warmth of the earth, the security of the earth. Feeling yourself molding into your mat as if it was your favorite space, your favorite duvet. A space that keeps you warm, that keeps you safe.
Now begin to move your fingertips and toes, tips of toes. Deepen your breath and stretch out in a way that feels good to you. On the next breath, bend your knees. Roll knees to chest and then roll to your left side. Keep the neck relaxed. Bring your right hand by your chest. Flatten your right hand to the floor. Breathe in. Push the floor away as you come up and use your left hand to support your head and neck. Come up into a seated position. Bring your hands together so the thumbs are lightly touching sternum. Give yourself a moment and notice how you feel. Congratulate yourself for your practice, for your endeavor, and your focus. And thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Just finishing with a deep breath. And exhale. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.